Hey you guys, this is Soy. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a special mukbang because I am currently in Florida and I've gotten one of my favorite things in the whole wide world to eat, and it's Publix fried chicken and Publix subs. Publix is like a supermarket here in Florida, and I grew up eating these items and they're like literally the best thing ever at the best prices. This is not a sponsored video. I wish it was sponsored. I love Publix so much. But the thing is, in California, we don't have Publix. So every time I go home, this is like a necessity. Like I have to get it. So I'm really excited because we got the hot and spicy wings. We got a pub sub. And then we got some sides. I'm going to get some honey on these chicken because we're in the South. And that's how you do it in the South. Got some gravy as well for the mashed potatoes. But we'll also try that with the chicken because equal opportunity. And as always, if you want to see the topics that we're talking about in the video, look at the description. I have timestamps so you can fast forward to the parts you want, or if you want to get like a preview of what we're talking about in this mukbang, that's your chance and opportunity. Let's get right into it. Today also we're going to be talking about New Year's resolutions and how I don't believe in them. So kind of controversial, kind of not, because if you check out the description you'll see that it's really not that controversial. It's like basic. But let's start with the eating first. We have the wings. These are their hot and spicy wings. Really famous. Like when I was growing up for potlucks in college, we would just get like these wings because they're literally like $12. You get a 20 pack. What? My cousins and my family are here, so you're going to be hearing some background noises. This is the reason why it's really loud in the background. So if you're wondering, it's this guy. So stop.
It's him.
It's you. Bye. Bye. I don't know if you guys know, I have this video online where I eat the wing in one bite. Maybe, no, I'm not going to show it to you guys because I always get these weird comments about the amount of food I'm eating and the bites that I'm eating. They're too big. So I'm going to try to slow it down. Literally just as good as I remembered. I like Publix chicken because of the breading. It's like flavorful, but not overpowering. Just from the South, we have to do it the Southern way, which is to add some honey on our chicken. I'm like the, wait, is it coming out? Oh, ooh, look at that drip. Look at that drizzle. I'm such a fan of honey and fried chicken in general, but when you have it with the hot and spicy, it's like a good mix of like a little bit of tang, you know? Oh. But like honestly, I'm the type to like sweet and savory with like together, so such a big fan. Thanks, Sean. What are you doing? No, don't put it there. I don't want it to cover my head.
Oh, my bad.
I'm trying to wipe more because Jenny's like, every time she watches this video and I'm not like wiping my mouth, she gets upset. So wiping it. We got some sides. We got some mac and cheese. Southern style, of course. I keep saying Southern style if it's different than California, but it honestly is. So good. Mashed potatoes. So good. Pub sub, and then we'll start talking. I got the roast beef. This is my favorite with the wheat bread. I like to put a little honey mustard, mayonnaise, and basically all the vegetables. I'm a big vegetable person. But then John today asked me to put, well, he recommended the Chipotle Gouda? Chipotle Gouda. So I added that as a cheese. So we're going to take a bite of this. That hint of spice though. Honestly, I'm like so hungry today. We just finished the gym and exercises. We did a bunch of weights, deadlifts, shoulder, lats, a bunch of stuff for our shoulders and back. I realized that every time I finish the gym, I'm always like motivated to eat more, or I'm just like hungry. But so the topic we're talking about today is how I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. And it might sound kind of cliche because a lot of people are like, New Year, new me. And a lot of other people are like, no, you should always make change in the new year. And my school of thought is a little bit different because there's so many different schools of thoughts, obviously. But my school of thought is that New Year's resolutions are like a good, like New Year's is a good time for everyone to reset. I went to the gym like a few nights before New Year's Day and it was like completely empty. Like I was one out of maybe 5 people in the whole gym. And then I went again after New Year's Day and it was like super packed. So as you can tell from like this period to that period, it's really nice to see everyone kind of like transition into like a reset mode. But it's also important to know that like in general, your own goals and your own journey doesn't have to depend on other people, you know? Like for me, a big part of it is that I'm constantly trying to grow. I'm constantly trying to make improvements about myself, not really fix things, but improve upon things. And I think if you have the mindset going into New Year's of like, oh my God, I have a resolution, then you thinking in your mind, like you have to finish it, right? And a lot of times that honestly leads to failure because you're kind of diving into things that you're just like, oh, like, why are you doing it, right? So I think the basis of it all is that you should have a foundation. Like, why are you doing these goals that you're setting for yourself? And they can be tiny goals. Like if you have a goal of losing weight this year, instead of thinking like, I want to lose like 100 pounds, think about like small steps towards it. You know, like I want to eat healthier because I want to lose weight, or like whatever it is. Like if you think of it in increments, it's a lot more likely that you're going to be successful with whatever goal it is that you have. And then also with going into the New Year's, I was thinking about this, like, I was watching a video from Psych2Go. If you don't know that YouTube channel, it's really good. I've been like a new subscriber for the past few months, but I've been watching videos like religiously because they're really interesting and they are very impactful and really powerful for changing mindset and like positive, just I guess viewpoints on life. Like you watch it and you just absorb all the information and you're like, wow, that makes so much sense. Coincidentally, on New Year's Day, they uploaded a video about the 5 types of people you should keep in your life, right? So basically, these are like 5 positive type of people that you should have in your life. Not saying that you should cut the rest out, but you should definitely consider like keeping these people like in your close circle. And they are basically, you know, the people you surround yourself with. Because honestly, there's that saying that goes around like the 5 people that you surround yourself with equal who you are. And it's ultimately the truth because you kind of rub off on each other, you know? Let me dissect it for you guys because I was like, oh, this makes a lot of sense. But I would like to say that I like the video a lot because it wasn't just about like thinking about people in my life that have, you know, positively impacted me and have kept in my life, but also, you know, looking at the set number of people and thinking like, okay, this is the type of person I want to be, or this is the type of person I am. So hopefully, you know, one of these 5 types of people you are also one of. And if you're not, then like, you can see what you can kind of improve upon, you know, because I think these 5 types of people, when you look at it holistically, you're kind of like, why would any of these people be friends with each other, right? But there is one thing they have in common, and it's their friendship with each other. So you got to keep that in mind. So number 1 was the positive sunshine type of personality, right? So that's a person that's always like happy-go-lucky, always putting out positive vibes out there, encouraging others and all that stuff. That makes a lot of sense to me because if you're surrounded by that type of energy, you also think that you can do that type of energy. But I was thinking about it, and living in LA, it's a little bit difficult to find those type of people that are authentically like that and not putting on a show, you know? It's really easy in LA, I think, to get bogged down by responsibilities, and honestly, a lot of people in LA think very negatively, and it's not by choice, but it's kind of like an oppression or air that's upon us. But like when you're in LA, I mean, like I used to be such a positive person, and to an extent I still think I am, but there are days where I feel like my energy is just like drained and I'm not as like positive or like, you know, authentically just like happy, you know, from before I moved to LA. It seemed a lot simpler, and I wasn't reminded that until I moved back when I was like vacationing back here in Florida. It's like completely different. But yeah, so if you have that type of person in your life, you should definitely keep them close because it's very rare, I think, because I was thinking off the top of my head, like who in my friend group is like honestly like a ball of sunshine, and I can name some people and they're not as close to me as I wish they were. Like, it's not like Pokemon, you're not trying to collect these type of people, but you should be mindful of who you're surrounding yourself with. Type number 2 type of personality they mentioned was like a mentor figure. So let me go back to eating because it's a mukbang, so I guess I should eat more. More chicken. Should I get more honey? Ooh. I really like this honey and chicken combination. This is like, oh, so good. I can dip it in some gravy, like Jollibee style. Man, I always eat so fast during these mukbangs. Then, like I said, the second type of person is mentor. And this is usually the type of figure that is positively encouraging you to do great things, you know, like constantly pushing you to be a better person. And I feel like I have a lot of good mentors in my life, but I think one of the best is my friend Thomas. So he's like literally one of my closest friends because he's constantly like, if I'm having a bad day or I'm feeling that I'm down or I'm not like my best version of myself, he's always like telling me like, oh, you should do this. But not in like a bad way. He's like, it's worked before for you, so you should try going to the gym. And he's right, because I was feeling a little bit down recently and I've been going to the gym again and I feel so much better. So, you know, you need that type of positive influence in your life that's not holding you back and instead trying to motivate you to be a better, stronger, greater person. Just open it, openly, Eddie. Sorry, they're trying to be quiet while I'm filming this mukbang and it's very difficult. So the third type of person is, I think, basically me. It's like an adventurous friend, one that constantly tries to push you out of your comfort zone and constantly, you know, I'm not a big traveler anymore, but I used to be. But I do honestly like doing spontaneous things and constantly like going on adventures, whether it be like shopping for this or doing that. So it's like the adventurous type of friend that's like constantly like trying to get you to do things and push you out of your comfort zone. Those are like really good people to have in your life. So basically I'm saying that you should have me in your life, but rare Pokemon, right? But honestly, I have really good friends that are like this, and they're usually like the P type of personality and the MBTI. It's like people like Sydney and Osman. I'm like, oh, I want to go to like this place, and they're like, okay, let's book it. And like that type of personality is really important because I feel like it pushes you out of your comfort zone, because naturally we are suited to being, you know, comfortable, right? So when we have friends that are, you know, giving us ideas or like telling us like, hey, you want to try this, it also helps motivate us to want to step out of our comfort zone. And people that try new things, I think, live longer. Like, I'm not sure if this is an accurate fact. It's worth living when you're able to try new things. So third type of person. A fourth type of person, I feel like this is the friends that I have the most of. It's the natural psychologists, which are basically really people that are good at listening to you, listening to your problems, and all that good stuff. So these are friends that are just really good listeners, I believe, and really good at giving advice, and aren't like, they're very, what's the word? Empathetic towards you, not sympathetic, because sympathetic can be a little bit like weird, you know, like if your friend's always like feeling bad for you, it's weird. But empathy is different, because in a sense, empathy is kind of like they feel with you, in a sense, if you know what I mean. Honestly, sometimes I don't even know what I mean, so if you don't get it, it's fine, it happens. And like some of my closest friends are very empathetic people that I go to because they're really good at listening to my problems. And so one of my friends is like Jenny, and she's really good at it. Like if I get into a situation where I can't dissect my feelings or I can't figure something out, she's really good at sitting down and like talking about it and being like, okay, I understand where you're coming from, but you know, you should look at it this way or like that. And she's younger than me, but I really do appreciate her point of view because it's very different, but at the same time, she's willing to listen to me. So that's the type of friend that like you honestly should keep a lot of. And I do have a good amount, because not only does Jenny do that for me, Sydney does it too. Osman obviously does it too, because we're always together. And then, you know, Amy, another good friend of mine, is also good at that. And my friend Vivi is also good at listening to me, like, and not judging. You know, that's the most important part, is if they help you out without judging you, because that's the most important part. You don't want to give someone your problems and then feel like you're being judged for them. So those types of friends are really important. Well, I actually have more. I'm trying to think about it. And the fifth and final type of friend that you should keep in your life or surround yourself with often is the logical friend. And this is the friend that sometimes might be a pain in the butt. Most of the time it's a pain in the butt. Especially when you're dealing with someone with me, like you're dealing with someone that is very feeling based. Logic people don't always get your point of view, but they're really important in your life because they help you dissect problems being very like third person point of view. And then for that type of friend, I have my friend Jessica. Yeah, she's really good at telling me when I'm wrong, and most of the time I'm wrong. So it's really important to have that in your life. And I didn't even realize it until I watched the video how important that was, because if you surround yourself with a bunch of yes men, which is fun at first, because I feel like I used to have a lot of yes men around me, is really nice. You know, it's like cool, like, oh yeah, they always agree with me. They always want to do what I want to do and all that stuff. But really, you can't grow from that. Like, what growth is there if there isn't like someone else's point of view or someone else's logic put into it? You're just surrounding yourself with people that are just agreeing with you just to agree with you, whatever that purpose is. You know, either they want, you know, clout, or they want money, or they want like your attention, or whatever it is. Like, I don't know what people want nowadays, but I think you should find people that are just authentically just telling you what's up, you know, like what's wrong, what's right, and how they think about it, because that's the most important part, because everyone has a different opinion. And sometimes a lot of people are afraid to show it because they feel insecure or they feel not confident about it. But if they're close friends of yours, that shouldn't be a problem. Like, they should be really open with you and are able to easily communicate it with you. So logic people, important, even for feeling-based friendships. But like I mentioned, like if you see this list of 5 people, don't only look at it as like people you surround yourself with, but you should also be thinking about like who of these 5 people are you, right? If you're a combination of all 5, that's amazing, and we should be friends. So send me a DM. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, this whole new year, new me situation should be all the time. So you should constantly be improving and, you know, becoming a better person. And like I mentioned before, I think the root of it all is like how you surround yourself, your daily life, and all that stuff. And if you're not really growing from any situation, then maybe it's time to like find a new room, you know? I think Taylor Swift said that to Selena Gomez one time. She was like, of course I'm quoting Taylor Swift, right? If you're the smartest person in a room, then it's time to find a new room. The room of, you know, people you should be in should either be at the same level as you and you're helping each other grow, or it like smarter than you, because I think that's the only way you can improve. So, keep a diverse friend group that constantly is helping you grow, and I think the New Year's will be great. And that's it for this video. If you guys like it, big thumbs up so we can do more videos like this. Leave a comment down below on what of the 5 types of people you are, you know, or the 5 types of people that you want to become. Not become, that's weird. Aim to try to be more like. Leave a comment down on also what I should eat next. And you know the drill. Love you always. Bye. Push it. Boom.